That particular scene where the police officer stopped Aisha, that's
True,
Tiwa, and
true.
then
And she's like, I just want to go. Hello guys, this is It's a Wrap. My name is Coco, and on this show we bisect and dissect movies, both African and international. And today I'm co-hosting with...
My name is Gideon Nicholas Day, and I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
Okay, so today on the show we are talking about water and Gari.
You and your brother used to run up and down this road as children, causing mayhem.
Basically, the entire story is about a young woman who lived in the States for 10 years, who is a huge fashion designer. She gets a call from her cousin and decided to come back home.
Exactly.
And it gives us a little twist of the past and present and
Things that are
future.
happening and everything. I mean, that movie. So let me start with my impression of the movie.
Especially the storyline. What do you think about it?
The storyline is perfect because looking at currently issues of gang violence, issues of police brutality, and these are stories that are happening in our ghetto, the Zongo, the Nima. These are things that are happening where you see young people smoking, young people with guns, and then even the motorcade trying to scare other people. So these are things that are happening. So we don't see a lot of these movies, especially coming from these African continents. Mostly we see the Americans rather portray their side of what's happening in India.
I think the beauty is the fact that most of our movies are fictional, even though this one is fictional, but you can also relate to it. I want us to go a little bit into the characters. Let's talk about Tiwa's role first. For me, she did well. But when we talk about the teen Tiwa,
that lady did extraordinary. So that's Bridget Sabi. She played the role of Aisha.
She murdered the role because at that age, for them to be able to do all of that,
her smile, her excitement, I felt so. It kind of tells you the journey that the Aisha character went through. So you start with a very excited Aisha at the age of 8 maybe, and then you come to a very still pursuing young lady who wants to achieve her dreams between her teenage ages. And then we come and see a different Tiwa who has self-actualized, but still there are challenges that she has to go through, face some of these issues that are happening in the community that at the end of the day affect her personality and everything.
My main focus when it comes to the Aisha role itself is the teen, the girl that played the teen role. Like, I'm still thinking about her. She murdered the role for me, even though you said the same. But when we talk about the adult, I get you when you did say that at some point the role and the sound and her voice didn't actually match.
No, it's not even about, the way you're saying it's making it look like it's the editing. We are saying that...
the action.
Yeah, so like Tiwa wants to give in more in the character.
Yes.
Right, but you're not feeling it. She wants to like give you. So a clear example is the scene where I think Stephanie was commending her for her looks. Just like you added.
True, you did say it, and she was like, you added. She's like, what?
I mean,
but you wanted the role. It's like, what? No, I've never. That was the reaction.
More like human reaction, right?
Well, so the other character I want us to talk about is K.
Yeah, the main character.
The main role.
Tiwa Savage are giving us the romantic vibe, giving us the,
that one I think we
Cinderella
need wine.
And
we just
Prince.
sip a little wine. I liked his role as a teen too, because I feel like as an adult K, even though he acted well, he wasn't giving the ghetto, the gangster vibe. Do you get it? But the teen K gave me every single thing.
Just how we compared Tiwa's role from metamorphosizing from she being a child and then moving to adulthood. Like you said, the teen K give us like a gangster character who was hungry for whatever. That character also gave us a look that he was comfortable with what was happening in the environment that they found themselves. But then giving us the older version was more comfortable, felt more self-actualized.
But the
actions of the gangster we needed weren't getting.
I felt like he was giving rich boy vibes in the adult K. He was giving rich boy advice. Let's just say it. He was just giving me, I'm relaxed and I got money. It's just that I've run away from home and I'm trying to live the street
So
life.
Andrew, the guy that played the
Yeah.
character, I've watched him in other movies where the DB rich guy vibes that you're saying. So to see him in this role, it's a bit unique and maybe it's not so much of a specialty. So we can say that is one thing too that has affected people's outlook, because you've seen him in a very like big man, rich man vibe, and to see him in this character, like, okay, can you really play it? So you already watching, you are doubting his character.
So wait, do you think that doubting led to the fact that we think he didn't do well?
Yeah. Oh, he did extraordinarily well, but you have a perception of his character already, so it's affecting your analysis of him, right? So, but the other side, delivery of his lines, acting.
True. I'll give it to him. He did well.
Oh, and their looks too, the costume and everything. I mean,
We'll get to the costume, but before we move straight to costume and cinematography, let's talk a little bit about Mide.
Yeah,
Even though we
the
didn't
young
get an
man.
adult one
Yeah.
after Tiwa came back from the States, but we were able to get the teen one and the child, the younger Mide self. What do you think? Do you think he did well? Because looking at his the way he kept looking at Kay during seeing his relationship with Tiwa, him not liking it but keeping quiet and saying that's my friend. Do you think he did well? For me, I think he did well. As a brother.
I mean, his character as a protective brother was very appreciable. They told us that the grandmother passed away. He made him take care of the sister. Fine. So he was playing the role of a protective brother.
Sure.
And for that, he delivered, right?
Perfect.
But maybe when you watch the movie, you realize that one thing led to the other, which led to whatever it led to.
Yes.
So you might also doubt his
intentions.
You may also doubt his character as a good brother based on whatever happened later on in the movie, right?
True, later on. But let's talk a little bit about costumes.
Okay, let's
For
come to the
me,
costume.
I loved it. I think Tiwa gave. She served me. I'll still bring breakfast. This time I think she gave me dinner. She served me really, really well. Especially the part where when Kay organized the party for him. I'm not going to tell you everything. The party scene where she went with the shots and everything and she wore heels. And she quickly said in her line that, I think I shouldn't have worn heels. I should have worn shoes so I'm a little bit comfortable. Because you could see that she was struggling.
The movie itself is a story about a young girl pursuing a career in fashion.
True.
Right. So we were meant to see looks that we're supposed to give.
Indirectly, he's saying that they serve that.
So yeah, if Tiwa's costuming.
Perfect.
To her cousin Stephanie as well.
Perfect. Kay's costuming,
yes,
the black.
They were giving us gangster, but the gangster was like, I don't know. It's now one of the looks that people even take to the red carpet nowadays. Those baggy trousers with
leather.
big shoes.
They were leather,
and
leather
everything.
clothes too.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about the costuming was Kay's younger self, his teen age. You used to remember we used to do fold bandana and tie.
Exactly.
They were able to portray him during his younger self, during those times. That's why you see a lot of bandana. Now you see bandana, but it's not that much.
Yeah, I mean,
so they were able to like differentiate the two when years back and currently him being the leather and the jewelries and the
because that's basically what a lot of these young people are doing nowadays.
True.
That particular aspect.
But let's talk a little bit too about cinematography.
When you watch the movie for the first time, right? Even the first scene of, I'm sure it's in the trailer, where a young man is running and then he shots. Right?
Yeah.
We see like emotion, kind of like a shaky camera maybe.
True.
And you're like, hey, what's happening? Is it? And when I watched it first, I'm like, okay, wait, what's this? But when I continued the movie, I realized that it was something they wanted us to appreciate, right? Giving us point of view, giving us different angles, like putting the riders,
Aisha.
the motor riders' feet, and then giving us the top of the tricycle, then the top of the taxi as well. So that they're giving you those like
all those
perspective.
angles.
Yeah, and then the whole display, the setting, the area, how they're able to capture the whole place. Like they insert, use people fetching water, people going to school. Like they really looked at the scenes that they wanted to be in the movie and they produced those scenes.
Even though they shot most of the scenes in Ghana, let's talk a little bit about Cape Coast. The way they portrayed the sea, the castle, all of those things. Come on, I loved it. I was watching it, I was like, I'm proud I'm Ghanaian.
Okay, so they call it East Side, right?
True.
And East Side, so they had this.
Wait, have you lived there before?
No, I haven't.
Wafa.
But wait, East Side is not actually a place, is it? It's not, right?
Okay.
So it was created for the movie. And I saw that in the movie. So there was a location where it's like a middle of a roundabout kind of, and there was tide, and the East Side location was just inside. I was like, nah, this is giving too fake.
No,
like
but,
it's so
but
obvious.
it didn't give me too
obvious,
fake.
no.
Because the reason I'm saying it wasn't giving me fake is naturally when signposts are always falling in the streets of Accra.
No, but
when the photo, you see that you are
was-
chalking it with blog. So what other thing did you love about the location? I love the people.
Yeah, I mean the sea, the food. So there was this market scene where Tiwa had to go to the market to look for fabric and everything.
Yes.
They gave us the color. You appreciate the color of
The fabrics,
the
all of that.
divergent things that we have, like different the food.
Yeah.
Then they show this location. They show this location. So the fusing of all of those things makes you appreciate like the quality
true.
of the movie itself.
That's
so
true. Another thing I loved about the market scene was the fact that you see, naturally, if they are shooting movie scenes at markets or the mall, everybody will be turning, they'll be looking at the cast whilst they are shooting, and the camera too will capture them. It's so obvious that you are shooting a movie. With the market scene, nobody was actually looking ahead. It's like everybody was purchasing.
Because all of them are extra.
Yes. So far as they are extras, for me, they killed it.
So they were all acting, so yeah.
And see when she was walking through the streets, when the cousin came around and said, oh, let me take you around. And everybody was screaming, hello, Aisha, welcome back. And it was so relatable, especially with the kids, them snatching the candy and running away.
But that thing was so sharp. What's happening? Because you would have thought that somebody was coming to stab it or something, but it was just the candies that they snatched from.
Which was so good.
Yeah.
I think so far, me, I like it though. I'll rate them. We'll rate them at the end of the day. Most people knew Tiwa was coming up with an album, but didn't know. I didn't even know, right? We didn't know until later on we found out that it was actually the album that she translated into a movie. How many people do that?
Oh, I can mention somebody who
Hey. Allow me shine. Let me blush a little. Don't just take the joy like that. What do you think? Do you think the soundtracks were good? The selected music for particular scenes and roles, do you think it actually worked?
Yes. So she made songs that fit the scenes, right? There's Love, there's Gara, there's Water, and Gari. There's the East Side as well. There's a song like that. And so she being an artist dedicating a movie for her album, I feel it is giving us a matured Tiwa, right? Because a lot of the artists that we see, use this release album and thing. But she's showing us that she's leading the game. She's giving you a movie and an album and songs. And probably, I watched I checked their YouTube to check if maybe
you find most of the song, the videos
even
of the song.
Official videos, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be scenes from the movie for that. But I found just the songs posted. But I'm thinking that most of the videos of the songs will be scenes from the movie. That's like killing birds with one stone.
True. But what do you think about the song selection on the album which she portrayed in the movies? I think this particular album is a Lelo album. It's kind of cooled down because all the songs, it's like all the songs was talking about a girl being hurt, a girl who was happy at some point, and a girl going through trauma. Because I was listening to each song and I listened one song after the other. Actually, I love it. I loved all the songs.
Let's talk about the title, Water and Gari. I mean, it has its own connotation. Even for people who saw the title, they're like, hey, what is Tiwa Savage coming to do with this
I was just
title?
confusing initially.
Now,
Gari, I was like, no.
But now watching the movie, they give you the meaning of those two words and the reason why they use them. Maybe just give you the meaning because, so they talk about how life is difficult, life is tough, like Gari.
True.
And it's raw when there's no taste, dry. But then when you add a little bit of water,
a little bit of sugar.
It was only water.
Later on, she put sugar in. If you watch the movie, you see later on she put sugar in. Why are you doing this?
You add a bit of water. It makes the Gari softer, and then you're able to eat it calmly.
True.
So is life. So life can be difficult, tough. With a bit of love, life can
She
be
did say
easier.
that.
So yeah, what do you make of this particular description for the title?
For me, what I love about the title, initially I was confused. I was like, Gari and water. So if you put Gari and water and I drink, it's not nice. I have to add other things to it to enjoy. Until you watch the movie and you see Tiwa, young Tiwa, it's not teenage Tiwa, young Tiwa, the age of
toddler.
8, having a conversation with her grandma, and her grandma explaining, narrating the meaning of Gari and water, and aligning it to life and its challenges, its obstacles. And she did say that the Gari is dry and all of that. We are not giving you all the stories, right?
Yeah.
The Gari is dry and all of that, but when you add water to it, it makes it moist, it makes it delicious, and it makes it a little softer. And to her, the water you keep adding to this Gari being the hard life is love.
Yeah.
And when you put a little love into your hard life, it's going to be softer and nice.
Yeah.
I did love it. And it made me a little bit emotional.
Hey boy.
Mine.
So that particular one, I mean, should move us to the conversation about the other themes in the movie, the quotes and some of the words that we use that even relates to the topic. So
True.
when we're even looking at a theme, that we're looking at a bit of poverty, struggles,
True.
difficulty,
Gang
violence, and police brutality. Like we started.
True, because somebody got, you see it when you watch it. We are not going to tell
Yeah,
you.
so we are looking at that aspect. So the movie tackling some of these things, it's in the right direction.
Most of the things portrayed in this movie are things that happens to us every single day and relate to. You always get stopped by the police, you get searched by the police. Sometimes some individuals even get brutally attacked by the police. And there are other times too, poverty comes in life, gangs coming from a hard neighborhood and how to come out from it. I think that's another thing we are not looking at because Tiwa was
able to
rise from the gutters, travel out of the country, fulfill her dream and passion, and came back home. When she came back home, met all of these things, she didn't even go back. I think that's the beauty about it.
And that should even go to our quotes for the memorable quotes where Kay had told her that you think everyone can live just like you. Because sometimes we face challenges and we cannot be able to stand right in front of them and face those challenges. So some of us can run, but not everybody can be able to run.
And I think that was what Kate was trying to portray, because when the challenges came, when Tiwa lost whatever it is she lost, which you find out, she left. Even though it was her dream to travel, she still left. But others stayed behind. Example, her cousin. Example, other family members, and including Kay. He still stayed behind. And that was when he did tell her that not everybody can run away like you ran away. Some of us stayed, and because we love the neighborhood that we all came from.
One other quote that I love was, in here, surviving is a miracle.
It's a miracle.
And I was relating it to Ghana.
Me. You see, I think that's one thing people don't realize. I went to Somenya, right? I come from there and I've gone there several times my entire life.
Right.
And every single time you're walking in the neighborhoods, one Shelby PUB bedroom is just like Nima. You walk behind somebody's building thinking it's a backyard. You don't know you are walking through someone's kitchen. You pass here, you get to another place. So I think that's another thing he said that was beautiful, that surviving from a place like that, indeed, it's a miracle.
What were your favorite scene in the movie?
I have a couple, right? I have a lot of favorite scenes, but my most favorite is, you know that.
Which one?
The one with the police officer.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I just want to go. That's my favorite. He actually did it for me, and the slap.
So yeah, there's that. I mean, the comical aspect of it, but we also look at what they are trying to portray in there, talking about a lot of drivers don't go out without their license. So even though we could say that this time maybe the driver had his license, he hadn't expired, but then the police officer were just saying that to intimidate him and everything. Also, I mean, I like that scene, but I think I should go for the kissing scene, a little bit of a bit.
I think he needs baptism of the Holy Spirit.
But did you know that Tiwa was talking about before shooting this scene, she had to brush her teeth like 6 times before being able to shoot that? I don't know.
I think she did well. At this stage, she did well.
Why are you brushing your teeth?
But come on, it's... Next.
Those scenes, you see the efforts that they put in those scenes.
True.
Because we talk about movies. Sometimes you wonder, are they really doing
really
it? Are they
doing
really
it.
doing
You
this
see,
thing?
because there could be some lifting, some stuff, some
but you could see the professionalism that both characters
portrayed
exuded.
in the movie.
Yeah, for
that's so true.
Aisha and then Kay for that particular scene as
Yeah.
well. I mean,
I think
it's
that's
a good
our
part.
favorite.
Some
That's
people
our
are attracted to movies, you know, because of that.
Okay, so guys, we're moving straight into the movie of the week. And don't forget, it's brought to you by Silverbird Cinemas. And our movie for the week is The Lady with the Red Balloon, which will be coming very soon on Silverbird. So guys, don't forget the movie is featured by Rosaline Giza and Nadia Buari. So run go get your ticket and watch this. But don't forget, Silverbird will be launching their app very, very soon, where you could get all their movies that they will be premiering at the Silverbird Cinemas on this app. So stay tuned. Immediately it comes out, you guys should just quick and download this.
Silverbird will be giving out free ticket to you, our viewers, and guess what? It's very simple. We ask you a question and you get to answer by leaving your answer in the comment section, and you might get to win a ticket with your loved one to go there. So let me give you the question for this week. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
When did Fela Makafui premiere her movie at the Silverbird Cinema, and what was the name of the movie? So tell us the name of the movie and when she premiered it, and you might get to win a ticket to watch any movie at the Silverbird Cinema. Anyway, well, as we are calling it a wrap, briefly, how has it been? I mean, water and Gari.
I think it's good. I think it was good. We give a huge shout out to actually almost every single person that partook in coming up with a masterpiece like that. But first and foremost, I want us to talk about directing, right? The directing was really, really nice, and we all know that it was directed by Meji Alabi, who did a great job on this one.
I mean, he used to do a lot of music video, now moving into movie production. I mean, that was an incredible job that they put it together there.
Okay, and also let's talk about the producer, Jamie Adesanya, or Adesanya. I hope I got it correct, Jamie Adesanya, who also did a good job. Come on, producing this whole masterpiece. Tiwa Savage coming from Nigeria, coming to Ghana, putting all this cast and crew and everybody together. I don't think it's that easy.
Right. So, of course, it was executively produced by Tiwa Tope, that's Tiwa Savage, Tiwa Tope Savage, yeah, and then
Vanessa Amadi Ogbama. Or Ogbuna.
She will catch you.
Please don't arrest me. Let's give a big shout out to the costume or designer that actually designed the entire
The looks
crew.
were amazing.
Bernard Amankwa Coffee, aka Coffee. He did a great job. It's giving blackness, black richness.
Anyway. But yeah, let's finally rate the movie.
I'll give it 8 over 10. You?
5 over 10, because this is first of her movie, and then there's more room for improvement, but being the first, they did a good job. That's why I'm giving them half of the mark.
Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of It's a Wrap, and we're about to wrap up. It's given. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments out there. And don't forget, please, guys, if there is any movie you want us to talk about over here, you can leave it in the comments section. And guys, hope to see you same time next week. It's a wrap. Bye-bye.